And welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
And I am the Bench Monster. How is everybody doing this evening? Alrighty then.
Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well and have had a good week. Good to see everybody.
We had a little hiccup about 30 seconds ago. I accidentally hit record and I think we went live for a second, then I closed it down.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I've been trying to fix this bitrate problem because we're erratically having bitrate problems. So I lowered the value and was hoping for a better outcome, but it is what it is. I'll have to work on it and figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why we're having problems. I don't get it, but we will move forward regardless.
Yes.
Ashley, how was your workout week? I just saw you squat 350 pounds but an hour ago.
Yes. It's been okay. My back is still
You got to get up here and talk to the...
sketchy.
Okay, but it was...
So my back is still sketchy. I mean, I went up a little bit today and felt okay on squat, but on deadlift, it's been pretty...
Well, your squat looks good. We don't have any videos of Ashley this week.
I was going to record that squat just for fun, but you were sitting on the box and I forgot. I was going to set it up and I forgot.
Well, I was spotting, so.
Next time, yep.
Okay.
But it's been okay. Like, I kind of backed off a little bit this week in hopes that tonight I went a little bit heavy, but nothing crazy. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Well, the R&R Express, we backed off on speed day, as we'll see this evening, and we had a tremendous result on max effort day because of that. So sometimes it's good to tone it back a little bit and listen to your body. Take care of the muscles in the body that takes care of you. You abuse it, it will let you down. And it did that to us, and me particular, and I don't like that. We got a lot of social media lifter videos here. We got the speed bench, we got the max effort. Many of you might have seen Mary Askew's post this week. 1125 board press, had a good workout. Things are going good with the shirt. I've been sandbagging a lot in the gym, haven't really been pushing myself. And I ignited a spark up my ass recently, and I decided to get into gear because we're doing an exhibition lift. Me and the guys we're going down to the APF meet July 10th, and I'm going to put on an exhibition lift there, and we'll see what happens. And I think open powerlifting will count my lift because they've counted other bogus lifts. So mine will be judged by the APF, and I look forward to see it in the open powerlifting multiply division. Thank you very much, whoever open powerlifting is, wherever you may be. Let's move forward.
Okay.
Who's up first, Miss Ashley? What's the name say? It's your friend.
Mindy
1070. Mindy 1070. What's Mendelson doing? Let's check Mindy out. Looks like he's in a Pharrell. Got a good crew. Great handoff crew. The video's going to stutter, of course, because oh my God. I am.
What?
Well, look, they can't even see the effing video.
What do you mean?
Now they can. But still, I'm fucking A, man. I tell you.
Is it the internet?
I don't know. It was an impressive lift, though. Mendelson is on point. Looks really good. Technique, pushing the bar in a straight line. And if the viewers could see it without it stopping and stuttering, it would be an awesome lift, too. Boy, come on. You're killing me. Killing me, man. Why are we doing this every week? This is horrible. I don't know either. Nobody wants to see this shit.
No.
Yeah, when you can't see the videos that I'm trying to post here. Come on, man. Okay, well, we'll slave forward. We'll see what happens here. And of course, it's coming back now before I play the video. So, Johnny Harris in the news, doing a little decline 705. Let's check him out.
See it.
Piece of cake. We saw him do some reps last week, I believe. 705 here on the bar. Well, that's nothing for him.
Easy.
Anyways, like 275 too. Cakewalk.
That's crazy.
This was sent to me by Ryan Hines. This was pretty cool. This is it's a cropped video. I couldn't get it to expand, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But Brianna Reed, 348 at 121 body weight. She's gonna deadlift, and what impresses me is the slaps she gets from her training partner here. 348 deadlift at 121. Banging her head on the wall, that's the Kennelly method. This second one, oh yeah. If you get slapped like that in the back, you can pick up anything. He was not holding back on those chops. 121 body weight, 348. Boom. Strong lady. And she's probably still feeling those slaps.
Probably.
I know I am. All right, who's up next?
I like the bashing. I'm going to do that next time.
I did that at the 1998 Wabdal Worlds before I went up and beat Goran Rosen. They flew him over from Sweden. He claimed a 667 bench at 275. Gus Rethwich brought him over to challenge me on my own turf. And I ended up doing a 622 on a second because he missed 617. And he walked up to me and says, "You are the better man today." And he was a cool guy. Okay, well, I got off track. Here's a guy that the gym owner, Jake Stoker, is getting some deadlift programming from. Never heard of the guy. I saw one of his deadlifts, and he deadlifts 900, and I had to look twice and 3 times and 4 times because I am the bench monster, but I know who's pulling 9 once in a while. Shane Hunt, very impressive technical lifter. Very impressed with a lot of, you might see some more of his lifts. 900 deadlift here. I mean, it's an impressive individual. Trains without shoes and socks on a lot of his lifts. Has impeccable form on the squat too. But 900, man.
Wow.
Like, I don't know who.
Smiling, look at him.
He smiles about it. Well, I'd be happy too if I could pull that.
Yeah, I would too.
Without my, yeah, he's a young man, built, and I don't know much about him. So a lot of people I meet here for the first time. It's a lot of new people getting strong. What do we got up next? Bill Gillespie sent me this lifter, Lucas Pribble. I guess Bill Gillespie trains him, and wanted to put the video on tonight. And he's doing a 700 bench, weighing 204. He's 25 years young, and he's wearing a Rob Farrell shirt. Let's check out Lucas on the platform. Rob Farrell shirt. Young man, 700, weighing 204. When I weighed 204, you know what my bench was? 315. Well, look how far we've came. Building that shirt. Beautiful lift. More in the tank, too. Awesome. Good job, Lucas. Cody Plum sent me some videos. Cody, Spokane, a neighboring city up here.
Benchmonster family member.
Benchmonster family member. Let's let our internet catch up because we seem to do that. And kilobytes 0. What does that mean?
Can't be good.
That means we're frozen in time. Why are we having this problem? I'm sure they can hear us because the audio is probably clear as day, but the video is a POS.
Great.
Yeah. Right when we go to Cody Plum, I guess maybe when we say Cody's Plum name, the internet goes down. No, I'm just joking, Cody. No, I'm effing with you. Yep, we're getting warning signs here. Let's see. I don't want to click around. I might shut the show down. That'd be a shitty thing. Anyway, Cody Plum here is doing 505 in a metal catapult. It's like a slingshot. Let's play it. See what happens. I don't know much about the metal catapult, but he sent this video, and I think it's a slingshot. I don't think it's a shirt. Cody's got a badass home gym, I think. In this era, you have to have a home gym once in a while. I wish I had one. Cody Plum is a strong man. We're going to get him in a band shirt, and we're going to have him put up 700-800 in a week. Yeah, good job, Cody. Smoke show. Ashley, how's the internet doing? You got to be doing
Not good.
something. Huh?
Not good.
It's doing good. You're in the green down
Oh,
here.
it's still got, okay. I
Yeah.
was looking at the error
Okay.
message.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Error message doesn't look good.
I'm supposed to know this stuff, and I don't. Okay, and Rosanna Allen trains with Cody Plum. She submitted a video also. She's doing 240 pounds raw.
Wow.
Let's hold our breath here. Let's see if our this is horrible. We got to do something. Maybe it's not Spectrum. Maybe it's something on my end that I'm doing wrong, and I'm gonna have to take the blame for it. So, yeah, it's killing me softly. and we're torturing our members that are trying to watch this. Maybe some people just have it on and just listen to us ramble, and they're like doing dishes or making dinner. I hope so, because this is gonna cook my noodle, and it's not good. We're trying to get to Rosanna Allen here, and looks like we can throw her in now. A little 240 raw bench.
Nice.
Smoke show.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Rosanna. Oh, what's it telling me? My bit rate is too low. I got to raise my bit rate. Can I do that from here, Ashley?
I have no idea.
Let's try it. No, that doesn't do anything. Well, I'll have to do that another time. Can't shut down the show and raise the bit rate. It says it wants it at 4,500. So I got something to work on. Okay, where are we at now? Bobby Struther doing a 570 bench press for 2 paused reps. Let's check out Bobby. Where's he at? Came across this kid on Facebook, and I was like, what the hell? 570 for 2? Like, I'm impressed. And raw money in the bank right here, and more in the tank. He's going for 600, he says, and from the looks of a 670 for 2, you're there, son. I know he's going to bench at some point. Might take a minute. Hurry up, Bobby. Our internet sucks. Nice.
Jeez.
See? Yeah. That's a strong man. I don't know what his body weight is, but I just know he's a strong SOB. Okay. Where are we at now? Oh. We're getting down to the bottom here. Allison Rebecca. I hope I got the name right. I believe that's her last name, and I'm pretty good at this. 350 all-time world record at 165 here. And she's doing a 505 multiply bench also. So we'll go ahead and play Allison here.
Jesus.
350 at 165 raw. Don't see that every day. Nice lift.
Wow.
And I included the 500 multiply right here. 505, I am sorry. 505 multiply. Looks like a Phenom shirt, but I'm not sure. Look at that shit right there. Holding that right there. Boom, lady. Rack.
Nice.
Yeah. I had to include this because we're going to be doing this exercise, and you guys sent it to me. They call it Jimmy Kolb calls it the Kolb Crusher, and I kind of looked at it for 5 seconds and didn't realize that I was doing it wrong. So let's watch Jimmy Kolb do these correctly. These look fun. A little bit of pause at the bottom, I see, is what's needed here. I don't know if it touches the rack. No, it's basically a pause and a push. Where we tried those, as we saw in previous videos, but we weren't doing it like this. Those hands are very close. I don't know if my wrist can bend like that. Unless there's a special way to hold it. Maybe wear wrist straps, that helps. Okay, well, anyway, I want to do those tomorrow after we do speed bench. Oh, speak of the devil, we're at speed bench. What's happening on speed bench, Ashley?
Did you guys take it off, kind of? Not off.
Ryan Hines and myself decided, because everybody knows, they watched the max effort workout last week, and I threatened to burn my bench shirts if we didn't have a good Tuesday. I said that. Go back and watch. And we decided on speed bench day, since our front delts were toast, both of ours, that we were going to do we don't have a bamboo bar because we're cheapskates, and we go to Home Depot and get a wooden dowel, an oak wooden dowel, 7 feet, 7.5. I don't know what it is. And we can't put a ton of weight on there like an earthquake bar and all those fancy bars. But so we decided to use the new Forza bench next to the normal bench, and you'll see us. It's nothing exciting, but the other guys, they ran through the speed bench because they weren't broke down as we are. All right. Let's cut the tunes. All right. Okay, what's going on here? Well, they're doing chains today. as you can see. And speed is an important asset here, and they're using the correct bar weight chain ratio. I think they're using 2 chains. I don't particularly like that those chain hookup methods there, but it worked. It was at the right height for this particular bench day. You don't see the R&R Express, Hines, and Kennelly. We are next door to the right, and you'll see us in a while. I believe I get everybody doing, you know, 1 grip, you know. Oh, there's me. I think I'm going to change the music because I'm pissed. Some cheesy ass music going on. So I go back over there on Spotify and I put on Power Trip. That's my gig. I like the band Power Trip. It was Metallica for a while, but Power Trip has got some mean riffs. If you don't know who they are, go to YouTube, type in Power Trip, and they're pretty cool. So as you can see, they're doing Speed Bench, and we got a new member back to the family of Speed Bench and Max Effort. His name's Brandon. He's handing off right there. He had to work graveyard at the railroad, Burlington Northern, I think he works, electrician out there, and now he's back, and we threw him back in the mix. He brings intensity and tremendous explosive power, and he has the right attitude for the crew. And he's correcting them, making sure everything's right. They're moving fast. It's a sweat fest. Let's see Brandon move the bar here. Yep. Driving. Good. Look at those elbows, nice and crisp. All right. We were a little bit, Hines and myself, but we knew we had to do what we had to do to have a good max effort day. Because if we came in and tried to do this thing right here, we would, there would be a bonfire out in the front, and there'd be a lot of band shirts burning. And that wouldn't smell very good. How do I know? Because I took what shirt is that? Womack shirt. And I took a Dremel to it, and boy, did it stink when I started hacking at it. All right. Same rigmarole. Oh, what are we doing? 25s on the side. Look at that thing. It's going to break. Maybe. We did probably four sets of 20 reps like this. The pendulum chaotic oscillating movement. That is a deep tissue for your shoulder socket and connective tissue. And as Lou would say, there's 1,000 muscular contractions occurring when you do this. And I'm not trying to control it. I'm letting it do its own thing. I am letting it wiggle. That is therapeutic right there. This saved a lot of bench shirts from burning by doing this. I do it. We weren't doing any speed nothings or others, but this is what we did. And this was a smart thing to do. And to be honest with you, we have a plan and attack. Hines and myself are going to speed bench tomorrow. We have a planned max effort Tuesday. That Friday next week, we will not speed bench. We will do this exact movement, and we will have a tremendous Tuesday the following Tuesday after that. Because we're going to do some crazy weights. 3 weeks prior to the July 10th. That's when we do some of our biggest lifts, and we taper into the meat. And I amplify my testosterone. Naturally. All right, where are we going now? We did do some pressing. 65s. Nothing poppy. They are doing 2 sets of 15 reps here, I think, with some moderate weight. We just did that. Maybe once or twice. That's all we did. And it was just to get blood in there. We're not even like jacking it. And believe me, that's the middle school rack we got those from. That's the college rack over there to the right. That's 105s to 150. But we do train triceps. We don't neglect tricep work. So the call of the day, they decided it was rolling dumbbells on the incline. So we will train the triceps. We won't do any pressing movements. Sets and reps there were probably 5 sets of 15, something like that. 6 sets of 10. Can't remember. I was just like, is this going to work? All I'm thinking about is Tuesday. It better be a good Tuesday. That's all I'm thinking about right now. This better pay off. because I'm over there crying right now about my shoulders and how we're broke down, and I am like plotting. I got a lighter in one hand and a bottle of Torque in the other. Which one am I going to use? Tuesday night. It's not funny. It's serious business. Can't remember what sets all these different people lifting, but I wanted to include them in the video. Look at that, he drops, rolls those dumbbells back, elbows to the ceiling. Great form. Kind of breaks the concentric chain there when he hits his top of his shoulders, but you know what? It works. Take nothing away from him. Papa Pump's going to come in. Got the dark side cuffs on. Got a little transition zoom going on. Look at that medial head, that long head. Look at the tie-ins down there. That's a thick bench press area around the elbow. Oh, the 88-pound, whatever you want to call it, bar. Camber squat bar? What do you call it? Spider bar? I don't know. This time we want to hook bands to it because I don't want to make it comfortable. This bar is not easy. I think Jimmy Kolb did 800 close grip presses in it in a video I saw that I'll probably post next week. We can get that weight on that bar probably. It's a bulletproof bar. It's not hollow by any means. It's solid as steel and it's heavy. So that's 88 and 75, and then we start adding fives as we go because we're doing volume. This is like, 45 seconds after rolling dumbbells, so the triceps are still at a fatigue state, and we're really demanding on them to push through. We don't take a lot of rest periods. This workout is 1 hour and maybe 2 minutes. So not a lot of time to sit around and bullshit. It's work density. I got a little sore elbow there on the left, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to keep it flared up. I've been doing some ART on it myself. But we keep adding fives and then tens, and, as the sets go up, the weights go up too. The band tension made this not very fun. But we found out faster down makes faster up. So we decided to move the bar down a little faster, and it came up faster. You fight it down, you'll probably fight it up. We got to have strong triceps to do what we do. I'm hitting my forehead almost. I don't know how many of those we're going to see. And I believe we did rear delts, and we always finish with some sort of push down with a band on it or something. I don't include that in the video. I just get the meat and potatoes. Right, Miss Ashley?
Yes.
Because you come in to train somewhere in here.
I've already been in there.
You're already in the corner over there. Okay. All right. Well, that was speed bench. Yeah. Well, did it translate to a good max effort day? That's the question for Hines and myself. And it did, obviously. Let's just kill the suspense. Are you tired?
Kind of.
Okay. Well, you can't sleep. We're still doing the show. You got a lot of work to do over here in this chat box.
I know.
So, let's, before we roll into this, what's there to talk about? Wasn't sure how the day was going to go. We always start at, Mary Askew brought the Texas bench bar down that Texas Power Bar makes, and we put that on the bench. Of course, it's a 55-pound bar with tremendously long sleeves, which makes it nice to load weights and have access still on the bar for the side handoff guys to use. I'm wearing the Deadpool shirt. It's a Rob Farrell shirt. It's Deadpool is what we named it because it's black and red. And Hines is wearing a 2-ply Farrell for a few, and then a 3-ply when he goes up to a grand. Let's check that shit out. All right. I don't know what's going on here. We're just going to start at 315, as we always do. No one wants to see 1 plate, 2 plate, so we don't do that. Every time I do a bench like this, I stand up and I watch it on the camcorder to make sure it looks as good as it feels. And Heinz follows me set for set, except he doesn't go 1125, he goes 1,000, which is still impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's came a long way in a short amount of time. You can too if you train with the Benchmonster crew. I think I include an error lift in here you're going to see. Because not every lift is perfect. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is serious business. 405 is that's on the bar. That's not 315 and 210s. It's actually 405, counting the 55-pound awesome Texas bench bar. And that's 405. I don't want to do a lot of reps. I'm just like saving all the mustard. I think Heinz goes here and we have a problem. This is a weird one. Let's check it out. The handoff was weird. I set him weird, and it like
was it misloaded?
No, it was just it was awkward. I didn't like it. It didn't look right. It didn't come. Yeah, so we took a break, came back, and we medically fixed it right here. Set it. He's in his line. I'm gonna stay close. Yep, it's on. Good. Okay. Sometimes everything doesn't go as planned with the lightweights. What's that? What is that, Ashley? 500? Yeah, 495. I'm sorry. A little 10 pounds on the extra bar. I am not going to do anything full range with 500, we decided. Save the mustard. Heinz, follow me. It's nice to have somebody in my world to do the same weights that I do. That's 495 or something. All right. Let's see. Why am I in the videos all the time? There's other people lifting too. 600. 605 or something. Something like that. I just decided I was going to jack it up and I didn't care. I didn't want to put the slingshot on yet. There I am with the slingshot. Dark Side. Bumblebee. I call it the Bumblebee. Internet sucks right now. That's 715. That just set the stage for the shirt. Heinz is going to follow me also. He's got 715 on there also. He's put on the Bumblebee. Let's see how that goes. Pretty fast. Okay. So good so far. Oh, Deadpool. All right. 805. I think that's the weight. And I'm like, okay, let's see what 800's doing today. Oh, well, that doesn't feel too bad. All right. What's Heinz doing? Oh, 805 for Heinz, too. I wish the internet would hurry up and catch up so we can see his lift. Anyway. 805, a little grinder. It's all right. I think that's a double or triple ply. Oh, Forrest. Forrest doing a little bit of, he's got 550 on there right now. He's doing a little two board of 550. Chingin. 900 even. And I'm like, okay, well, 800 felt okay. What about 900? I do that all the time. So it's not tickling me with a feather. Like, just 900. Why do I want to do that? But I like it. I was like, okay. So good so far. Heinz, 900 and a triple ply. Please, internet, catch up. $900, grind it out in a triple. Oh, hit the upright a little bit. It was on its way up. Who cares? Just hit the upright. That happens. 1,000 pounds. People do this all the time now. And of course, you probably won't see it because of some technical difficulties we're having. But anyway, 1,000 pounds felt pretty good. After I did that, I was like, wow, haven't felt good in a long time. Oh, Heinz with 1,000. This is an impressive lift here. This weight's never been in his hands. He's had 900. This is uncharted territory. He's got a triple ply Pharrell on. He's going to go three board. And I haven't handed out 1,000 in 2.5 years. So I had work to do. Set him out in his line, shows control, lowers it under control, and gets it off the board a little bit. And that's a 3-board too. You know, those band shirts don't really work after 3-board too much, but what do we got here? Oh, Dan Logman with 715? Or is that, yeah, something like that. He's got a new shirt. Well, that was a springy lift. Mary Askew here in the Phenom. She's going to a meet and competing in the Phenom. She's got 350 on there, something like that. Good control. We torqued the shirt down a little bit, and she's on point to set something up pretty big.
Yeah, look good.
We got quite the crew. Oh, 1125. Well, we all seen this. This is nothing new. Kind of new for me. I wanted 11, and I was like, no, I don't want 11. I want 1125. I want to see if this Texas bench bar can do the mustard. Heinz has got to hand the shit off. 3-man handoff here. And they set me out perfect. And I just bench it up. I kind of pushed it back a little bit, but I was like, man, I haven't felt that in a while. That felt good. Dan Logman here, 765. In his triple ply Pharrell he just got a week ago. This is a PR for him. Holding, handling, moving big weights. That's a good shirt for him. Look at that. Right to lockout. Good job. Forrest in the Bumblebee Dark Side with 755. Oh, 755, I believe. He's got to grind it out a little bit. We make him hold it. Go, go, go. Oh, good. All right. Awesome lift. Kept the tricep work kind of basic here. Just extensions. Got double mini bands. 135 plus 75 at the top. Keeping it simple. Nothing too exciting, but we do train the triceps. Everybody partakes in some form of extensions here. This is a barbell. Use a lot of various barbells. Easy curl bars, fat grips, football bars. Always switching it up. Oh my God. We did more than that. Trust me. I just didn't film it. I think, what did we do? We did one other, yeah. We kept it light and tight. I think we did one more and I didn't film it. I left the video camera off. Sorry about that. We're not that lazy. We don't just bench and do one exercise and go home. Trust me, it doesn't work in this family. Let's roll with the Dark Side discount code. I know everybody wants to use it. Get yourself some cuffs. Get yourself a Surge bench band. Yeah. Get yourself a Viper 1, Viper 2. Somebody sent me a video of a Colossus slingshot too, the orange one, using it. So, well, it's not. I can't call it a slingshot. That's patented. So it's a Colossus. What is it?
No, everybody knows those things as slingshot.
Yeah, I don't want to give Mark Bell any props in another company, so I don't know what to do. But DarksideGear.com and tell them Benchmonster sent you. Use Benchmonster 10, man. I would. Hey, 10%, man. Hey, might be free shipping. You know, you take off 10%. I know I work in sales. 10% is shipping, basically. So, but take advantage of it and get yourself some cuffs at least. You got a lot of items over there, man, and good products. And cool band shirts, too. I got quite a few of them. I use them all. And don't think, well, I just wear this one bench shirt. There's a lot of times I come to the gym with 2 different company bench shirts. And I do one lift in one, and I film one, and I don't film one. So I wear both. And, yeah, I do crazy things regardless. Ashley, are you ready? Are you wakey, eggs and bakey?
Sure.
Sure?
Yeah.
But you got to be for real.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what's going on over here. I can't read.
Okay.
I had a few drinks.
Paul Loffer. Hey, guys. How's it going? Hi, Paul. Glad you're here. Jerry Cool. Saw your 1125 on Facebook, Ryan. Guessing that new shirt is the one for you.
Yeah, the thing was, I pull up in my truck, and I have a King Cab F250. The back seat is you can't see out the rearview mirror because there's, what, 9 band shirts, gym bag, slingshots, and I opened the back door, I grabbed the camera, and then I just like look at, I usually grab like one or two, but my guys have said, Ryan, you got to start coming to the gym with one shirt. You know, you can't put a shirt on for this and then. So I'm like, that's a hard thing for me to do because I want to put on one and do a lift, and I want to put on another, and I want to play in all of them. So I just brought in the Deadpool, and that's the black and red one, and that's the shirt I use, and it seems to work. I think if my calculations are correct, I probably got 1,050 in that shirt probably, and I don't know what more it has in it. Might have to call up Rob and get the same shirt about an inch smaller in the chest. We will see in 2 weeks what we need to do. What was I speaking out loud? Giving all my secrets away. Oh, continue.
Okay. One Rep Max. What up, Bench family? Sorry I can't join you today. I will be training new hires today. Happy 94th to your grandma, Miss Condre. Hope Mom keeps getting better. Mr. Kennelly, see you next week. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, One Rep Max.
Yeah, my grandma celebrated her 94th birthday. Technically, it was last Friday, but she was in the hospital, so we didn't get to celebrate it till Monday. But she got out of the hospital on Saturday, and we had a party on
94.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I won't make it to 94. But I'm here now. That's all that matters.
You're going to make it to 100.
I'll make it to 100. Evil people live longer than good people, so that's probably true.
Jerry Cool. And Ryan, if you want open powerlifting to count your lift, you have to make sure the meet director inputs in the system. Open powerlifting gets sent the results and enters the spreadsheet.
Okay, that's not a problem. Or we can do a co-meet with Triple X Powerlifting, which I'm the owner
It's
of
not
now.
even a thing now.
Oh, it's still a thing. We had a meet back in, yeah, I just
5 years ago. Yeah.
Well, it's still alive. Triple X. Do you remember? Yeah, we run that. It's not like I woke up. It's not like I'm gonna go do the 1100 bench and then Monday create a federation. I don't do that. But what I do. Oh, yeah. I always got a backup plan. So I will do that, Jerry. Cool. We'll see what happens. I don't know who knows what's gonna happen at the meet.
Petco Yochev. Hello, Benchmonster family. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Petco. Thank you for joining us. Petco. Have any of you ever benched in slides? Asking for a friend.
Slides? What are slides?
Those shoes that Jacob Morrison wears at our gym. You know how he always comes in those slide shoes? They're like sandals, but not sandals. They're not thongs. They've got like a strap. And then
no.
You know what I mean, right?
I don't know. There's two shoes that I bench in, and those the ones I got upstairs.
I don't know what those are, but the other ones are
Chucks, the flaming Chucks that I have, and then those
Adidas?
No, they're soccer shoes, but they're flat soled and they work really good. Tim Smith brought those for me, and I've been using those. I don't know where the Fire Chucks are. I think they need new laces.
Probably.
I do not mention or do the slide things. They probably work pretty good, but they're not me. I am a Chuck.
No, you wouldn't be able to get leg drive in them. They wouldn't work.
They wouldn't work?
I think he's just asking if anybody has.
Maybe some normal people in the gym.
Like I think Jake always wears them. I'm like, how do you work out? Every day he wears them.
The guy we talked to tonight that wants to be a cop?
Yeah.
He has them on the night?
I think he had them on tonight.
Well,
he has them on like all the time.
I'll have to look at it.
I don't know if I've seen him wear tennis shoes.
I don't look at their people's shoes.
And then like when he squats and deadlifts, he just takes them off.
Okay. Not advantageous. All right.
CJ Morgani. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone has had a great week so far. Thank you, CJ. Hopefully you have too. Sean Deal. Happy birthday to your grandma, Ashley. I celebrated by having the best max effort bench day I've had in a long time, in a while.
That's nice.
You're moving it. I'm having trouble reading.
I'm moving the questions up. You're squinting.
I know, because you moved it.
It's right there.
Thanks for clicking. I'm coming for you, Jerry Cool.
Look, Jerry Cool and Sean Deal have a competitive thing going on. I like that.
Yes, it does. Very cool. Thank you for the birthday wishes for my grandma. Glad you had a good bench day. Petko Yochev, is there any other method to work on faster eccentrics besides the chain method that you mentioned in another episode?
Well, faster eccentrics would be bands. They pull you down faster than gravity. So I would say bands. Chains don't pull you down eccentrically as fast as bands. So I would put bands in there, double mini bands. Petco, I've seen you bench before, so I'm thinking a double mini band will do you just fine. Yes, Mr. Elite Entertainment, Mark Henry is pilfering my internet cables outside, and I need to go out and get him. That bastard. He's hijacking me.
Maybe that's what's
he's
going on.
still mad at me.
He's mad.
He's still mad that I yelled in his ear, made him look like a punk bitch. I'll do the same thing to him if I saw him again. This time I'd bite his nose off, chew his eyeballs out, and spit in his face. I'm looking at him right there. You son of a bitch. Yeah, he's right here. He lives with me. John Cena's going to kill him. If he's got to be on his sauce, though. He can't be all natural.
Yeah, he can.
No, he can't. He can't do it all natural. Sorry, John.
He is all natural.
Oh, this is the one. Here we go again. Is this all natural?
Hard work.
Look at that. Look at those cuts.
Hard work.
8-pack. You know, it's not
hard
happening,
work.
John. No,
Maybe
John.
a little bit of growth hormone, but that's it.
Whatever it is. Looks pretty good, though.
Yeah.
He's a big movie star now. He's in the new Fast and Furious 9. Plays Dom's brother.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched that. It was pretty good. Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Mark Henry.
We digress.
Yeah. Well, Mark Henry does that to me. It's me thinking back to 2007.
Petko Yochev, who do you have planned as guests for future shows? What a great question.
Good question. No, it's just basically, I don't plan it really. I just wake up and I think, I'm going to text so-and-so. And you guys offer me like Dave Tate and, the guys like that. And it's just a matter of getting them on here and maybe changing the format a little bit, letting them run the show, let them answer questions they want to answer. Maybe they don't want to answer our basic questions anymore. Maybe they're just not fun. So it's open to anybody, really. I mean, we like to have people on here that are entertaining and have some value and some give back, and that's what we try to bring to the show. So, and so I don't really. We need to get a female on here. Ashley needs to reach out to Becca Swanson or Laura Phelps.
I don't know if Becca Swanson would get back to me, but Laura Phelps has gotten.
Well, you just say, hey,
And I met her.
You know me. Well, you did Laura Phelps, and yeah.
So I said.
And you could have some questions for her, and because we gotta, we want to be sexist and only have men on the show.
I still think that we'd have a better shot at getting her
if I talk to her. Okay.
I mean, I can try.
Okay. Well, too bad Louis Simmons couldn't be on here. I could listen to him talk forever.
I think we could make that happen.
He does have a little podcast room in his place there. I'm pretty sure he could set it up.
I bet you he would go on your show. You just have to call him. And you have his number, and you have the ability to get him on the phone.
Louis is intimidating just a little bit.
Start pressuring him to get Louis Simmons on here, guys.
He made me who I am today, so I owe him everything. Where you at?
Jerry Cool. Cobb's video, he was holding his hands twisted in. Look at his fingers.
It's like this.
It's crazy.
Like that. He's twisting. Yeah, I saw it. I'm going to try it tomorrow. And not grab it like a bench bar. Like we did it like a bench bar, like this. I guess you got to... Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, I noticed in that video Jimmy was benching with 3 fingers in front. I also remember seeing him reverse grip bench with 3 fingers in front as well.
Yeah, he holds the bar awkwardly, but it's for a reason, and it's something I need to work on. My wrists, they don't like to bend like that. I can't even turn them completely over when I do my dumbbell curls to build my biceps. That's as far as it goes. Most people can... Oh, that just cracked. Ouch. Continue.
Okay. Before you bust your elbow and wrist.
Well, my biceps hurt because we were doing a preacher set yesterday, and I guess nobody's done 4 plates, 445s on it, and Hines did it, and I couldn't. I'm pissed.
Oh, really? He was able to get it, and you didn't?
Yeah, the preacher curl machine, and we loaded 445s on there. I couldn't budge it, and I bet if I pulled it, my bicep would have torn because it really hurts in the insertion point down here today. I'm gonna get it next week though. I know the ticket. He missed a lot of reps and sets in between because he was talking to somebody. And so we burned ourselves out a little bit before we got to the 4 plates. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. And next week, it'll be a different story. Might have to film it. We'll just see. Everything's a challenge. I don't like to lose. Who's up?
CJ Morgani. I've heard of gripping the bar like that on squat, but never a bench style lift. Jimmy is a beast. He just did cambered lockout work, and it was insane.
I saw that. Yeah, somebody sent me that video. I'll post it on next week. I watched that. That's crazy. Well, you got to have strong triceps to do this game, man, and that's what he's doing.
Remy Shirley. Maddox has become injured and has struggled with 720. Does he come back? What does an athlete got to do once in the state of his or her progression?
Here is my thing on Maddox. I've seen him lift in person at the Arnold, and then we saw him on the ESPN thing where the bar was misloaded. Then he went to another meet. And my point of the story is 2 times in 2 different meets, he should have hit the 800. At the Arnold, when he did the 770 and he ran in the back, I said, is he putting 800 down? And he never came out. And then that ESPN thing will scratch that one. Then he did the 7 82 meet. And I heard he twanged something maybe after that lift, but that was the time to do it. When you got it, I mean, it might be once in a lifetime thing. And then hiccups like this happen. I don't know how bad the injury is. I did watch the video when he was doing the 720, and he might have a partial tear. I'm not sure. Hopefully he's on the healing mend and using peptides and whatever things that heal quickly, and he'll be back. I just know he had a plan for June, and 6-figure money type of thing. And it's just it's one of the fears, when you're at that realm, and there's it doesn't have forever to do it. And this injury could have been a lot worse. He could have detached his pec tendon totally, had to go for surgery, and that would have been maybe in the end. Some people never come back from that. So I think he got a hiccup, a little wake up call, and it doesn't sound it's too bad, and he'll heal. Get some ART on it once scar tissue forms, and ice and heat, and a lot of and heating it up really good before you bench. Maybe some stretching. I don't know, but he'll bounce back. I don't think it's as bad as it looks, but that's just my thought. At the Arnold, when I saw him, I was like, man, 800's in you. Let's do it. And then I saw him do the 782 at that meet. I was like, dude, you get 820 that day. So that's just my thoughts. All right. Thanks for listening.
Remy Shirley, Tony Carlino playing with 1300. Is he all-time world record holder soon?
Anybody can be all-time record holder soon. Could be Kolb. Well, Kolb keeps going to mess around in those old school shirts. But the band shirt era, you got who do you got?
Tony Carlino.
Carlino, anybody else?
Mendelssohn.
Brody, Mendelssohn. Carlino's on point. I don't know about 1300, maybe. I mean, maybe 1150 first and then a 12, If he comes out and does 1300, I will shit my pants and eat it, because I don't. That's what Paul Roch said one time. Paul Roch, I don't know about his name. We're talking about him this evening. I'm going to go over and visit him, actually, finally. So Paul Roch told me in 1997, if at that time I had not done a 500 raw bench on the flat bench, and we were training our 5-hour bench press Saturdays like we usually did, and we were on decline. And Paul Roch said, if you do 500 on the decline, I'll shit my pants or shit my shorts and eat them or something. And I remember I took out 500 and I rainbowed it to my boiler. I didn't bring it down and bend my arms. I rainbowed it to the boiler and just rainbowed it back, and I did it. And I just remember him saying that. That's why Roch was on my mind. But yeah, Tony, if he doesn't meet anytime soon, he'll surpass, what is it, 1105, 10? What's the record?
1105?
Well, I don't know who's got it. I think Womack benched. I don't know if that counted, but I don't know. Don't know what it is. Like 1115 or something. Yeah, Tony's on point to be the ATRR.
Ryan, Mr. Elite Entertainment. Ryan, what ways have you found to manage your back pain? Does arching ever agitate your back, or do you find relief with flat back Larson style bench? Have you also tried mobility work for back?
Manage my back pain. Well, I do things not to piss it off. That's low bar squatting. High bar doesn't tend to hurt it. Arching is the worst thing for it on bench. I show up at the gym an hour early. First thing I do is grab a foam 5-inch roller, and I roll the lower lumbar. And I know damn well when I set up to bench big numbers, I don't set up and torque that lower lumbar like I used to. It's about 80%, maybe 60%. I don't bend it because I know if I do that for 3 days, I can't go to the east side of town and buy enough heroin, pain pills, painkillers. What is the other one? Fentanyl. Can't find enough of it to shoot in my L5S1 to alleviate the pain. Mobility work, I do a lot of reverse hyper. Anytime it hurts, I go in the gym and I put 90 pounds on the reverse hyper, and I do one-legged and two-legged, and just do high volume there. But I've just learned to do things to not piss it off. And fortunately, I like to squat. I like the low bar squat, and I can't do that without experiencing tremendous pain. Even with a belt and yada, 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 it's just, it's lower back is, I'm trying to hold on to it. Don't want to go for surgery anytime soon. Not that anybody wants to cut my back open for me, but, Larson style, obviously, flat back, would be awesome. but I'm 6'3" and I have a long bench press stroke. So I'm not an Oompa Loompa, you know, with a 4-inch bench press stroke. I actually push it pretty damn far. So I have to contort the hips quite extensively and the upper back, and I have to bend that torso and really get that upper chest up there and abdomen, so I have a place to land without traveling an extra 3 inches laying flat. So it's a vicious circle, but I manage. I don't do, sometimes I do horse liniment on it, you know, and warm it up, but I've just learned to do things to not piss it off, and I'm doing quite well so far. I'm going to go out on a limb and say if I do this meet, I'll probably piss it off, but it's going to be worth it. It'll be worth 3 days of hell, especially when I have the all-time world record. Never say never. We'll see what happens. Okay, continue on. Mr. Elite, right here.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, what's the benefit of using a cambered bar for benching?
What's the benefit of using every bar in the gym for benching? Oh, cambered bar. Well, we don't have a 5-inch camber, your basic camber bar. We don't have one of those in the gym. What we do have is Duffalo bar and a Duffalo prototype. The prototype was the one that Duffin, all he did was take a regular gym bar and bent it, and it has like a 1.5 inch deficit. The Duffalo bar is like 2 3/4 inch. So, you know, you're going below your normal starting point a flat bench rest bar would be. So it's providing 2 extra inches of travel that you're having to push that bar. So it's what that's going to do, if you ask me, is using a camber bench bar is going to help starting strength. I mean, you get used to coming down. I couldn't come down with a 5-inch camber, but Duffalo bar and those things, benching with those, and then it's kind of fun to get the real aspect of it. Go in your gym, grab the Duffalo bar, camber bar, do some benching with it, and then when you're done with that, immediately put on a flat bench bar, and it's like there's a 4-board on your chest now, and it's like what? It's like no stroke. It's kind of cool, but it definitely helps the off the chest movement because you're going below the starting point of a natural bar bell. Oh, you need like a Rain or Bang or some type of sponsorship where they send you just like lethal doses of caffeine and amphetamines that they put in those, and you can just drink those and stay up all time and be a crackhead. Continue.
That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah. You always said you're a more is better type of person.
I am. It's
See?
not a lie.
So continue.
Remy Shirley, is Ash still benching in a shirt? How's it going? Sorry, I showed up later on the show. I've just been messing around with the
Surge Bench Band.
Surge Bench Band
by Dark Side Ironwork.
Not actually a bench shirt, but it's a really cool bench band. I've been playing around in that. So
You've ditched that Inzer piece of shit, right?
I still have it.
Okay. I don't know why you're holding on to that from 2002. Single ply.
Well, because
It's
still
shot.
do more in
it's
it
a
than
flat
I can.
tire.
Yeah, but I can still do more in it than I can do without it.
Well,
So
why don't you just send the right things and say the right things to Rob Farrell or John Ellick, and maybe you can get a single ply band shirt and get with the big
you were
boys.
supposed to work on that with me.
Okay.
Or for me.
Well, I'm
And
trying.
you're not. So maybe you can get me a shirt.
Okay.
And I'll be
I
benching a
will
shirt.
ask. DJ.
I feel like Hines has just skyrocketed lately. He was always strong, but man, he's leaving humanity behind.
He is one, you know, we talked about him on Tuesday night after I did the 1125 and he attempted the 1,000. We were out in the parking lot talking. And when I first saw him, I didn't, I told him, I said, when I first met you, if a little birdie landed on my shoulder and said, well, I don't know, what's it been, 5-6 months? He's going to hold and move 1,000 and bench this, whatever. And I would have knocked the birdie off. And yeah, he is a special supreme being and not a normal person. And we see normal people all the time, but he is one of a kind. And it's a rarity to get to see somebody excel that fast. And I mean, he had a shoulder problem from when we were doing trap bar deadlifts, and we were thinking MRI and surgery. I mean, there was times where he couldn't bench at all, and that pain subsided. We didn't do things that irritated, and it healed. And you know, he did the what did he do? The 805 board press. Then he was handling 900, 1,000. I mean, he will probably have, honestly, and I don't know if I can hand this off. I'm not a good handoff person for 1,000 pounds, and I don't do it consistently. And it was a bitch to get that out with 3-man and set him. But he's got another Pharrell shirt, a black and blue one, and it's one of mine, but it's a tighter fitting shirt. I foresee him not next week, but maybe after the meet or whatever. But yeah, doing 1,000 and then putting 1,100 in his hands. Because the way he handled 1,000, I was very impressed. I posted on his Facebook post a lot of positive points about that lift, regardless that it was a miss. It was still impressive. 3 points that I expressed on there. If you want to read it, check it out. But he's came a long way in a short amount of time. He had a 375 incline bench, he told me. And we brought him on bench. I didn't even max him out. I just said, okay, we're going to base your speed bench off 375. Well, he was a little stronger than that. But yeah, he's bumped up to 500 raw. And he said 6 and 7 in a band shirt. That's not too bad in a short amount of time. Now he's handling gigantic weight on boards. That's going to adapt his central nervous system to handle, hold, and move tremendous amount of weight. So sky's the limit. He's come a long way in a short amount of time, that's for sure. And people monitor this on here. They watch the workouts. They see the other people that I'm working with and seeing them excel. Dan Logman's doing it. Forrest Jenkins is doing it. And that's what we do. That's why we show up on Tuesday night at 4 o'clock and train till 7 when most people are at the dinner table, staying grace and whatever they do at 6 o'clock. We're in there beating our heads on the wall and thrash metal and sniffing the whatever this fucking smelling salts we're getting from people. Cody Plum, Skull Smash, whatever this shit is. It's a fucking 4 Horsemen on it or whatever. Man, this is lethal stuff, man. I hit that stuff with, I think it was my 1,000 bench. I took a big whiff of that, whatever it was, and dude, I had to stop my tracks for like 5 seconds. Tears running out my eyes, about ready to puke. And I laid down. I stood up, it looked like I was crying. Holy shit! Some of this nose torque is out of this earth, and I'm not complaining. That's the way of myself saying it's awesome. So, okay, got off on a little rant there, but I wanted to plug one of the R&R Express, the Heinz. Yeah, long way, and we're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna do bigger and better things as time goes on.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, impressive 1125 bench. And I wish Dark Side Gear was available in the UK.
Yeah, I don't know if he ships to the UK. I don't know what his shipping policy is, but wouldn't hurt to email him and ask.
He might have already done it. That might be.
Yeah, maybe why. Okay, well.
Nathan Brandhorst. It's funny, I read this question before I looked at who it was, and I read it and I was like, that's so a Nathan thing to say, but I didn't think he was watching it. And then I looked at the name and I was like,
what's
sure enough.
I can't read.
Okay. Are you actually going to bench at this comp coming up, or are you going to get scared?
Never been scared. Just real. Of course I'm going to bench. They want me to come down and bench, and we're going to bring down our bench and with our pad, and we're going to showcase it, and we're going to do whatever it is that flies up that day. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's 1,200. Maybe it's just 1,100. Maybe it's, who knows? Yeah, something's going up a few times. And if it's me and if I go 1, 2, 3, and I, for some reason, have another shirt, there will be a 4th.
See.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a party, too, afterwards, and we're going to tear up Troutdale. And do they have a jail there?
Probably.
Okay. We'll find that out.
Okay. Mr. Elite Entertainment, Haagen-Dazs versus Ben & Jerry's.
You. Go.
Ben & Jerry's.
Ben & Jerry's.
I haven't had Haagen-Dazs
Half
very much,
baked.
so I don't really know.
Half-baked. Yeah. Yo, that stuff's...
Jerry cool. The slide, that's right, I think I have seen videos of. The slides question is an inside joke about Matt winning.
Those are flip-flops is what we call them.
They're slides.
With the
flip-flops are like the thongs with the...
Oh, that's right. It has a top on it that goes over the top. Oh, yeah, no. Matt Winning can only do that. I don't know how he does it. He benches in them. He does all... Yeah, only Matt Winning can. I know what slides are now. Yeah, you don't wear those to the gym. Didn't he just tell us... Was he talking about tonight when we dropped a 45 on a toe or something? What was that about?
Yeah, Jacob said somebody dropped.
Yeah, you don't wear shoes like that to the gym.
But the kid that did it wasn't wearing slides.
You wear those shoes to the beach, dude. That's not for you, Matt Winning. That's for anybody else that wears them to the gym. Matt Winning can do whatever he wants.
Jerry Cool. The friendly competition between me and Sean, I just want to point out, he's in a 3-ply Viper V2, and I'm in an old black Inzer SDP. Just thought I'd put that out there. LOL. That's why I made it a statement that I won.
Well, you won in a Model T. You beat the Ferrari. How'd you do that? Yeah, old school versus new school. Wow.
Remy Shirley, not to beat the dead horse, but we need Spoto. And for women, Shauna
Middleton.
hands
Yeah,
down.
Shauna will do it.
Yeah.
I can get a hold of her. So, I was supposed to get it. Oh, I got to call Mendelson. Here's a story for you that's going on right now. Where you going?
Nowhere.
You turn around and face the music, lady. Mary Askew from Troutdale, Oregon, comes up every other Tuesday, 3-hour drive to bench with us. Brings a Texas bench bar. Awesome lady. Intense. I mean, drives 3 hours one way. She leaves like at noon, gets here at 3:30, trains till 7, then drives home. Like, she's a hardcore mother effer.
Yes.
We were talking the other day, and we're thinking about this November. She brought it up, doing something here, a meet called the Kennelly Classic. And in the same breath, I guess she had contacted Scott Mendelson and asked him what it would take to get him up here.
What did he say?
Mendelson said, and I'm going to quote, because this is what I heard. I got to call Mendelson because I don't think these numbers are correct. That he'll come up here, plane ticket, hotel, and then he wants a $500 per diem for food. Last I heard, Mendelson wanted $5,000 to do anything. So I don't know if there was a zero missing from the 500, but you know, if all works out, and then he offered to do a seminar. And
how much is that?
I don't know. This is what she's telling me. So I got to call Scott and ask him. That'd be kind of cool. I was thinking dual seminar. Mendelson and myself. Could it be done? Does anybody think that Mendelson and myself could stand up there and our two different benching styles, techniques, and training strategies coexist on a platform in front of an audience without him yelling at me? Him yelling at me, telling him wrong? No, bro. No. I don't know if it can be done, but we got a lot of sticks in the pot, and we're kind of, for me, the thing about the Kennelly Classic is just a local thing, but now it's all of a sudden we're talking about getting some money involved from energy. What Jake Stoker say? He talked about getting money from Rain Energy Drink or something like that. Oh, wow. Yeah, they all the marketing people. So cool. I will keep everybody in the loop and see what happens with that. We're planning for that in November sometime is the game plan, but we'll see how it goes. And if Mendelson will come up and compete against me on my own turf, and we got a venue, the Coliseum, the annex building over there. That's what Jake said. Oh, wow. Like a conference room we're going to rent.
That'd be cool.
So we will see what happens. Just these are ideas. We constantly planning to do crazy things, and that sounds like a pretty crazy one.
Jerry, cool. I vote Mrs. Phelps for sure.
Well, Phelps, Shauna Mendelson.
Yeah, both of them. Why not both? Separate shows, of course, but
yeah.
Howard Weingarten co-runs the bar through his ring finger and his index. He calls it the eagle grip.
Ring finger and evil. What's he call it?
Eagle grip.
Eagle grip. Yeah. I know it looked different than normal, but yeah, very cool. I'm running out of whiskey.
I said it before. Maddox is milking the hype behind his 800 to make as much money as possible. I'm worried he's gonna miss his chance.
I didn't know that he was milking the hype, but that makes sense. But in my book, he had 2 chances to do it so far. When we saw him at the Arnold in the 782 day. 782 day, he had 820 in him. That's what I say. All right.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, you should get Donnie Thompson on the show.
Yeah.
He seems to know a lot about physiotherapy, and it would be insightful to hear how his training was like when he totaled 3,000. Yeah,
not to toot my own horn, but Donnie reached out to me back then for bench advice because he's wearing the best shirt at the time was the Inzer Phenom with the right material. And we were trying to get him up to 1,000, and I was giving him all the pointers on what I do with the Phenom, how to adjust it, and he benched 900. I mean, I remember he reached out, and I told him everything I knew, how to adjust the shirt, how to set the shirt behind the arms, chest panel measurements, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Donnie Thompson. You haven't heard that name in a while. If you don't post videos on Facebook and social media and stuff, you're just living a private life. Mm-hmm. I don't post a lot, but when I do, it's usually something exciting.
Remy Shirley, Tony Carlino for guest episode 2, please.
Yeah, Tony will be on in a month and a half when he breaks the all-time world record and is the #1 man on the planet, and then we get him back on the show. That's my crystal ball. He's going to sneak out to, oh, wait. There's that, what's that meet they're doing in July? Not the Metal Militia one. What's the one Pharrell's putting on? I think there's going to be a big lift there. I think it's the 16th, right? July? Something like that?
Yeah.
They put my name on the list without asking.
15th or 16th.
And people keep asking me, am I doing the meet? And I didn't put my name on that list and said I was coming. I was committed in March to do this meet in Troutdale as a guest lifter, and that's where I'm going. Ken, next question, please.
Alex Estrada. Ryan, when do you remember first feeling or hurting your low back, or knew that there was something wrong beyond training?
Well, I'll tell you this story. That was in 2014. I was painting her parents' house, and I was taping something on the porch, a window off, and I backed up, and I fell over a planter and did a backflip, and I landed sideways, and my back popped, and it was the worst fucking pain my lower back has ever felt. I didn't do anything about it, and for weeks on end, I was living with a pain level of 9, literally tears when I had to do something to use my lower back. And so I went in for an MRI, and I went to a doctor, Dr. Lee or Wu or you, and he said, you want to hear the good news or bad news, when he had my results? And I said, just hit me with the bad news, doc. And he says, you got 4 protrusions and a degenerative disc and a tear and this, blah, blah, blah. And I go, what am I going to do? And he says, I'm going to prescribe you hydrocodone. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to be high on pain pills. How many am I getting, doc? You're going to take 4 a day. It's $120 a month, and just refill it every month. Great, doc. But I usually take 2 10s, and I'm pretty zapped and out of my mind. No, you got to take 4. So I came home, started taking 4 a day. Pain's gone. But after 2 weeks, you don't start to poop very much when you're on those. And then I'm like, I think I got to come off these. And I remember I was at the gym, and Joe Robinson walked in, and it was at Rab Fitness, and we were at the back level there. And I was sitting on the wooden box for box jumps, and I was leaning against the mirror like this, and my skin was literally green. And I looked at Joe, and I said, I feel like shit. And I was going through withdrawals. It was horrible. So 2014, when I fell backwards and torqued my back, did an MRI. At the time, it wasn't hurting too bad. I was able to bench, and I wasn't complaining. It was tender, but when I fell backwards and pissed it off and really effed it up is when my life went to hell. Well, I tell you what, though, but in the token flip side of that coin, back in the day, people used to ask, what's it like to bench 1,000 pounds? I said, well, the worst pain is maintaining the arch, because I literally contorted my lower lumbar so hard I could feel those vertebrae almost bone on bone. And to maintain and hold that arch was more painful than to hold 1,000 or any amount of weight and bench it. There was so much pain in the arch. That's how forcibly hard I was pushing up my abdomen. And I told Louis that, and that's why I have bad back. So was it worth it? Yeah. It was a fun ride. From Hawaii to the Ukraine and anywhere in between. I was the only one out there at that time in that era. You could call me up 2007 and 8 when I was hot and heavy, and I put my money where my mouth is. I'll come to your meet, I'll come to your gym, and I will put up a legitimate 1,000-pound bench, 3 white lights, and you'll pay me for it. Who else could do that back then?
Just you.
That's right. Continue on, please.
Remy Shirley. Ash, you wrapped your arms behind your chair a few minutes ago, and you showed a lot of muscle. You're lean and mean, very inspiring. Thank you.
She eats rabbit food.
No, I don't. Oh, please.
I try to get you to stop at McDonald's, and you won't do it.
I stopped at McDonald's for you on Sunday.
It's not enough. You need more calories. You're like at a high metabolism.
I do.
Yeah, you're 131. You could have, what's that dollar? They took the big sandwiches off the buy one, get one for $1 thing. I'm fucking pissed.
Did they?
But Burger King or Wendy's has it. Which one? You get a Whopper and a chicken sandwich for $1? Yeah, somewhere, yeah. More bang for your buck.
Mr. Elite Entertainment. I've always been a conventional lifter. What's the proper way to use bands in your opinion?
Oh, the proper way to use bands. Well, we use bands on pretty much anything and everything we can do. From curls to extensions to push downs to benching to decline benching. So I double them. I try to double them. If doubling means taking one end, putting it under a dumbbell, bringing both up ends around the bar. That's the way we hook them up. I don't choke anything. Choking is when you put one end underneath the dumbbell and you take the other end and bring it through that loop and you bring up one loop and put it on the bar. I don't do that. I choke them and get the maximum resistance I can out of those bands. And I get creative. I do. I don't want to bounce around the answer. Read it one more time. I don't know where you're at.
I've always
Proper way to use
been
bands.
yeah.
And cycle them. Like I say, when we do speed bench, we use bands for 2 weeks, chains for 2 weeks, chains and bands for 2 weeks, bands for 1 week, chains for 1 week. I definitely like to attach them to all extensions. But you don't want to overdo them either. So 1 week we'll do extension with a couple chains. 1 week, like you saw us do the cambered bar with a double mini band on it. So it makes training creatively and fun, and it changes the strength curve of the lift, a different amount of at the bottom than it is at the top, and it changes. And what I like about it is you have to push harder towards the top. And, when your body gets used to pushing more and more at the top and more resistance, when you go to a meet or whatever you do, and you bench and you push up and it's straight bar weight A to B, you tend to move the bar faster. I think they work tremendously for speed and explosive power. I don't use them tremendously too many weeks in a row. That's the big thing. But get creative, man. I'll get a straight barbell, put 25 on each side, take one mini band and put it on one end, and I'll stand on it in the middle and the other end of the other end of the bar, and I'll do curls. They get creative. There's bands at our gym, all kinds. Use them. It's ideally best to have your own, because if you let normal people use them, they will break them in about 2 weeks because they don't know how to use them properly. So get your own bands. They're cheap, like $40 for a pair.
Tiny Meeker. What up, everyone? Sorry you are having video issues. Still always a great show. Nice 1125. Always awesome when your teammates start lifting huge. Happy birthday, Grandma. Great tequila in Mexico.
I saw that, Tiny. God damn, that was must like a little vacation you had there. Tiny, I got to thank you too. I got a call today from Mitch from Texas Power Bar. He said he got my phone number from you. I sent Mitch an email weeks ago and got no reply. I tried to call and get a hold of this infamous Mitch, who gave Scott Mendelson a free Texas Power Bar, bench bar. I don't know if I'll get that. I'm not worthy, even though I've benched 50 more pounds than Mendelson ever did his whole life. But yeah, I appreciate that. I got a phone call, and it was a Fort Worth number, Texas, and I was like, I used to live in Fort Worth. Who'd be calling me from Fort Worth? And I checked the voicemail, and it was Mitch, and I didn't get to call him back today, but I'm going to call him tomorrow morning. And definitely I don't know what bar he's going to offer me, if there's a Tiny Meeker bar or it's that one we used Tuesday night. I'm not sure. But I appreciate you giving him my phone number, and I got in contact with him, and he left his number, and I'm excited. And I hope I get a little back scratch, a little discount. They're not cheap.
William Ramsey, opinion on log press.
Great alternative to overhead pressing. It wouldn't hurt to cycle it in and out of your training. Our front delts and shoulders take a beating, and we have to really pay attention to these daddies right here. And obviously when we use them too much, they ruin our entire bench plan, like we saw a week ago. So I think if you incorporate them in and train them safely, and they're phenomenal. We do some overhead pressing, some overhead pin pressing stuff for shoulders, seated dumbbells, side laterals, all those things. But definitely a phenomenal exercise. I would throw it in, but just be careful not to overdo it. Too many weeks in a row and too much heavy benching in a row, and your bench will plummet. Mine did.
Cody Plum. Jesus, if I hear the 9-foot wave analogy from Scott one more time, that would complete my life.
9-foot wave analogy. What is that?
That was when he was explaining.
I was asleep.
He was explaining leg drive, how leg drive is more important than the actual press.
Yes.
Because he was comparing it to, I can't remember where it was, but there was like a tsunami.
It was deep.
And it was only the wave.
I was out.
The wave itself wasn't. The wave itself wasn't that big, but he explained it way better. I know what
I don't know where I was during that conversation. It's not even ringing a bell.
That the legs are the main thing.
Yes.
And the press is a result from
I'm a
legs.
flat-footed bencher. I know all about leg
That
drive.
was a horrible
He
explanation,
benches
but-
on his toes. I never understood, and I'm not dogging the way he benches. I just don't understand what type of leg drive you get on your toes. I mean, leg drive is like in a squat. You're flat-footed, you leg drive. You more contact with the floor. I mean, I just don't know. And somebody in the gym, Dan Logman, was telling me how Mendelson, he tore his quadriceps from benching. I don't know if I heard that on the show. The 9-foot analogy, cool. Well, we might hear it. Never know. We'll have him on again too.
Yeah.
When I invite him to my show and he's coming, then we'll get him on here and we'll get ready, the trash talking ready. I'll get in his head and let him know he's not going to win. I'm good at that.
Nathan Brandhorst. Donnie Thompson's old training partner is the new strength coach at Eastern. He's planning a trip down, and I'm going to bring him to you for Ben.
Awesome. He probably knows what he's doing. I'm assuming if he trained with Donnie, he's got a clue. And he won't be green when he walks through the door. And we just throw him in a band shirt or give him 600 raw. Do one or the other. Cody Plum.
Cody Plum. Or maybe we could chat about what happens when you challenge the Benchmonster in Ukraine.
We didn't talk about that story because of many reasons.
Yeah. He
It's
can't
a
handle
sour subject. And
it. Mendelson can't
the
handle
excuses have warped over time. Because the original excuse was one thing, and then, 4 years ago, it changed to Paul Roch putting baby oil in the bar?
it. Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, it's a new part of the story I'm not familiar with. Paul Roch didn't have any baby oil. Sorry. We don't carry that stuff. I didn't want to touch on it. It's a sore subject, and I came to win, and I did, and I took home a lot of money. And we will be on the platform again. Mendelson and myself. It will be history in the making again. We'll have to get the face-to-face photo from Detroit 2005,
Yeah.
where I whipped off my shirt after he tried to beat my 308 bench record. And I said, Mendelson, I'm going to rip my shirt off and get in your face. And no one knew what we were doing. The whole fucking ballroom, crickets. And I whipped off my, what was I wearing? That pretty blue shirt.
Wasn't there? That was before
Yeah,
me.
and Brandenburg was there, Clay Brandenburg, and I whipped that shirt off. Oh, everybody, you could have heard a pin drop. People thought there was World War IV about to happen. Then we turned around, smiled, and everybody thought it was cool. Shit we do.
Mr. Elite Entertainment. It'll be interesting to hear Donnie Thompson's view on back pain.
Yeah, I know he has the pain pill and those things, and I would let him roll that on my lower back if he told me it would make a difference. He knows a lot about. He does that thing where you hang upside down with the bands and your hips and over my head. I just drive my body into the ground and expect it to be 27 years old year round, and it's not anymore. It's old and decrepit.
His knowledge for body tempering is out of this world. He started following me on IG and asked my wife. I acted like a little girl for about 5 seconds.
Wow. So he's on Instagram. I'll have to follow him. We'll get on there. I don't follow a lot of people on Instagram.
CJ Morgani. Donnie seems like the fun uncle. He's always just seems so happy and positive. Wealth of
attention.
knowledge as well.
Yeah.
You're breaking our chair.
Well, I'm
Step on
312
my
pounds.
foot.
These chairs are made for 300-pound people, not 312.
Tiny Meeker, you are very welcome. Mitch and Betty are awesome.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I'm
Best
excited.
bars. And then the last comment I see here is from Remy Shirley. World's Strongest Man 2021 is soon. Prediction on winner. My money is on Brian Shaw.
My money's on Mark Henry. Always on Mark Henry to win. Somehow.
Is he even in it?
No, but my money's on, Brian Shaw probably. Because that other guy's not Thor or, what's the other guy? People that are going to do the
Thor.
fake
Thor and
boxing
Eddie.
match. Yeah, those two people. Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, everybody's doing fake. Who's the numbnut YouTube bozo that thinks he can fight people and stages a fight with Mayweather, who's known for putting on bogus meets, and they both got rich by doing it. I think Mendelson and myself should put on a boxing match, pay-per-view, but it wouldn't be bogus match. I think we would talk about the Ukraine prior to the introduction, and the referee would say, "Remember what happened in Ukraine, boys? Here you go." And we will swing for the fences with 16-ounce gloves. And if Mendelssohn falls down with his bad leg, I will help him up so we continue the matches. I'm the gentleman in the ring. Oh, we done? Dinner time? I got to bump up the bit rate on this software here. It's asking me to. Dropped it down to 4,200, thinking that would make it better, and it just made it worse. And it's telling me that my stream sucks. So I did something to it. Maybe we need to go to 5,000. Maybe we need fiber internet. What do you think, Yawn Master?
I don't know. I think I need to stop yawning.
Cody Plum, July 10th, it's going down. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. We did the APF meet there. You did at Mally's gym, and there was a great turnout. Gigantic gym.
Yeah.
Like nice impressive. Gym. Very nice gym. And it was October. It was a little chilly down there, but it was hard to be there and see the benches and not do it. It was like I felt out of place. Felt like I was in powerlifting jail or something. But yeah, I look forward to. Do they do like music in the APF where you choose your own music, or you don't get that choice? I don't think you get that choice.
I don't think you get that choice.
Oh, well, I got to come out to whatever they got. But it'll be
Larry's the only one that does.
Larry UPA would put your theme music on.
You put your on your registration.
Well, I'm different.
First attempt.
And I'm a guest lifter, and I might have to have my own tune.
I'm sure it could be arranged for you.
Got to be grinder.
I'm sure Mary would hook you up.
I want to hear that
Ryan,
music.
after you hit 1075, did you ever attempt 1100 in a meet?
Oh yeah. In fact, after I hit 1074 in Dubuque, Iowa, in July 2007, I attempted 1100 there. Well, I was in Dubuque twice, and I attempted it there. It didn't go very well, and then I attempted it. Where did I attempt it? Attempted it February. Quit yawning and cover your mouth. You're on live stream here, and people are watching. Nobody wants to see the fillings in your teeth.
Sorry.
February 2008, Pride Powerlifting, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Love Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Love Coeur d'Alene. I was 352 pounds. I remember because I went in the scale in the bathroom, and I said, Paul, come here. And I stood on the scale, and it said 352. And I looked at Paul, and I went, huh, huh, huh. And Paul was 330. I beat him. I also had like a walking, what was that? I had a viral infection that a guy that on our team gave it to me, and I was hacking phlegm in between attempts. But that was my best attempt at, it was 11:05. I mean, that bench would have counted anywhere else, but Wes Campen, rest his soul, knew my lockout, and he didn't give it to me. Most people, when you get it up to that point and hold it for a split second, you get a rack command. But he was strict, and I appreciate that. I don't like give me's, but that was my closest attempt with it in a regular style bench press shirt. And boy, was I big at that time. I got bigger, though, 363 one time. That's when I had the panic attack in the handicap bathroom. That was also the meet where the ladies interview me with the microphone like I'm some type of medieval cathedral.
You're just gonna eat her.
Yeah, and my eyes are squinted shut from the water retention and my jowls, and I'm wearing the Kennelly Power Team shirt, and you can barely. She's like, she looks like a little dwarf holding up a microphone to a giant, and I'm just like, ugh. It's on my Facebook page somewhere. That was big. I did 1074 that day too. Probably attempted 1100 there also, and I know I did. Missed it. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Ash, you actually walk your cats. We both do. You see him out every now and then.
We have these special harnesses.
Walking.
But I do it well, it's the hang method. I just put the thing around and latch it to itself and yank it, so when they
use a special
try to run, they choke themselves. So
he does not.
We go out and smell the flowers, and we roll in the grass and eat some grass because they like to eat grass and puke. And the neighbors the neighbors look at us like we're weirdos. That's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We're the cat people.
They got to go outside and they chirp at birds, chatter. They do weird fucking things with their teeth. It's weird. Don't ask. I had to look it up on YouTube to figure out what the hell was going on.
Well, they're trying to hunt.
They're trying to hunt. They're hunters. They're night owls too. They stay up all night and party.
They do.
Yeah. Next question. We done?
The Ash, you actually walk your cats was the last one.
No way.
Scott versus Ryan. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're. I'm gonna call Scott soon and see what Mary has spoke to him about, and if he's interested in coming up and it's affordable to get him here. I like him to bring his own handoff people, and I'm willing to help out with some of that if that's what's needed, because I don't want a Ukraine incident to happen again where he doesn't have a handoff person and it turns to be a big problem like it did last time. So hopefully we can get his peoples up here and we You can't blame anything then. You got a bench, you got weights, you got your people. There's no excuses. So I know if I was going to his meet or any meet, I would want to bring my people. And that can be expensive, you know. You got to fly these guys. You know, you got 3 people. That's you know, they can room together hopefully, or whatever. But that's still three plane tickets, you know, and those got to be paid for. I don't expect my guys if I was going to Rob Farrell's meet in July, I don't expect Ryan Hines, Larry Bush, or Forrest Jenkins to get their own plane tickets to come out and hand out for me. If they were doing the meet like back in the old days, Larry Bush would compete, Paul Roch would compete, and well, it was Jason Payne. He would compete too. We all competed, so everybody. I didn't have to get their tickets. But this day and age, you know, handoff guys don't compete in every event. So you got to do the white thing and pay for their way. So, but we will see how the plot thickens between now and then. I think what's going to happen is we're going to do this little exhibition meet, and Kennelly Benchmonster is going to do something. Don't know what it is, and it'll set the stage. It'll be like a whatever you want to call it. Somebody will look at it and say, hey, you know, I think I can beat him. And maybe Mendelson will say, I'm coming up on your own turf and I'm going to beat you in your own town. That's a big thing. Yeah, I have to be on my A game if he's going to come up here, because I know he'll come up on his A game. He ain't coming up here to lose. He's coming up here to win. And he's coming up here full Mendelson, full Mindy, full of everything, especially himself. And I'll have to deal with that. And it'll probably be a hard area to warm up, because he's going to be grumpy in the back room. He's going to throw up before he starts. It's normal. And we're going to have to work out. There's going to be a lot of dirty looks going on. And there's going to be a lot of animosity. But after it's all over, we're going to go to, where are we going afterwards?
No idea.
Where are we taking him?
I don't know.
We got to feed him. He's going to be hungry.
Yeah.
And he wants to probably have a couple brewskis. That's what we usually do. After the meet, we usually find a bar, and then I get a different side of Mendelson. It's kind of cool. We all come down from the high of competing, and we're kind of normal people, and we talk normal. So it'll be over, and it'll be good, hopefully, and maybe the best man win, if it ever happens. C'est la vie. That being said, do we come back next week with better internet?
Hopefully.
And I'll try to fix the bit rate and get that going. It seems to be working fine when we talk half the time. Anytime we want to play videos, it stutters like a SOB. I don't know why I'm being jinxed by this thing. I never had a problem. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on here. We don't have enough upload. Our internet, we only got 10 megabytes upload speed with Spectrum. And they keep sending me these, they just up my bill to $74.99 a month. And they want 20 more bucks. I can get 20 more gigs or something of upload. That's $100 a month for those sons of bitches to do the, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to pay that, but I might have to, because I feel like we're letting our viewers down with piss poor quality service here.
That.
Yeah. Got an iMac 27-inch here. Got a high-end computer. Got high-end everything in the goddamn room. Piss poor internet. Yeah. See, the problem is you need your kilobyte upload speed is 10. So I have to push a minimum 5,000 to make this work and push it out at 1080p. So maybe I'll lower it to 720 and so I don't want to sacrifice quality. I want the best of everything. So I'm gonna have to do some practice streaming here. Like remember when we first started, we would do it would be a stream, but it'd be a private stream, and we practice. Hey,
first time you did it live on us.
Yeah, first time I did it live, and you guys caught it. Hey, what is this? You just do. Oh shit! And then I almost effed it up when we just started too. I turned it off and I started recording, and then I stopped and I rescheduled the stream, and everybody had to like get back on.
Oh great.
Yeah, I like a rookie here. And I'm stuttering to start off the show because I'm like pissed. Yeah. Getting a little tempery as the meet gets closer. 2 weeks out from the meet, not a good time to push my buttons. We've talked about this before. That is bad time for Benchmonster to be out and about on the town. Bad time to be at Costco and telling me I need to wear a mask or telling me anything. Or a lot of people have balls behind the wheel these days too. Behind the wheel, car. Yeah, bad times. That's when Benchmonster only comes out late at night when nobody's out. That's when I do my shopping. Walmart, midnight. That's when the creature features are stocking the shelves, and that's when I'm there. Time to shut it down? Is that where you're kicking me under the table?
No.
Whatever. Okay. Nobody wants to.
You're rambling a little.
Hey, I'm just. That's me being me. That's what it is. Live with
we're,
it.
we're losing people.
Well, they're gonna hang up.
I'm
They
just
got nothing to talk about.
letting
So
you know. I mean,
yeah. So what else? Anything else? Done?
uh,
Good to go?
we want to get a guest soon.
I'm sure they want to see a guest. So we need Shauna Mendelson or Donnie Thompson or
Yeah,
Laura
we haven't
Phelps.
had a girl. We haven't had a girl.
I can
have a
text
girl.
Shauna. Well, now she's on the East Coast. Now that would be 10 o'clock their time. So that might be a show we might have to do earlier.
Different time.
Yeah. Might have to do it like at, I don't know, 5. That'd be 8 o'clock East Coast time. That's reasonable. No reason that she's a working woman. 10 o'clock at night to be on a show. No way. So we might have to, we always have the 7 p.m. start time on Thursday, but eventually we're going to get a guest that, just can't make that time for some reason. So we might have to change earlier. Definitely not later.
It's 11:30.
Yeah. So 11:30.
Which, yeah.
Where's CJ at?
8:30.
Oh, it's 8. Oh, God, it's 8:30.
Where Sean would be.
Yeah, so that's
Sean-
late. That's
Sean
super
Brown.
late. Yeah, East Coast. So we need to take that in consideration. So sometimes you'll see posts for the show and a guest, and you'll see the start time might be 2 hours earlier. And how's that gonna work with you on a Thursday?
Well, in the summer
It'll be fine?
Well, yeah.
Because you usually work out between 4 and 6 on Thursdays now.
Yeah, but I'll work out during the day probably because I don't have school.
Okay. So
Or
yeah,
later.
this is just things to think about. So if you see it happen, that's because we're doing it. And you can catch it on the replay, but it's always nice to catch it live. So Jan Harrell. How do I get a hold of this lady? Is she on Facebook? I know the name, but I don't know how to contact a lot of people. I Google search them and Facebook search them. And then I don't know if I'm getting a fan page or a real page. That's a whole nother problem within itself. But yeah. Yeah.
God, if anybody's playing the drinking game, they're wasted.
Who? What's the drinking game?
Remember, somebody made a comment once.
Every time that Mendelson says bro, we have to take a shot.
And every time I yawn, you gotta take a shot.
How many times have you yawned?
Oh, probably 20.
Oh, then you've got somebody.
So I
totally
said, if
liquored
anybody
up.
is playing that, they are wasted. They're probably
Oh,
not even
that's
upright in
not
their
fair to
chair.
do to
I can't
people.
stop yawning. And then the more that I think about it, and think, oh, God, I better not yawn again.
Well-
then I have the urge to yawn again.
Well, you're known
Bad.
as a sleeping beauty, so you're always tired. Every time I start speed bench, up and leaves. I'm sitting here on my own talking in the microphone,
I've
50
seen it
chair.
because I've seen it.
No, you stay here and add input. You put effort into the show. That's why
If I'm gonna put input, I'm gonna sit there and trash on you the whole time.
What would you say? What was there to trash?
I would point out that your butt's leaving the bench and you're air humping at every rep. I mean,
On speed bench here?
just to name, yeah.
Where's my?
Well, not this one,
Hey,
because you just had the.
I'm not
blue bar,
perfect.
But yes, on your regular speed bench.
Yeah,
you're
that's 'cause I'm
humping the air. But I
Don't ever do
I
that
don't
again.
think-
Don't ever do that again. Do that again. Show them what
You
you're
just
doing.
said don't ever do that again.
Oh, you did it right there.
Oh, we'll see it. We'll see it next
Oh,
week when
don't-
you play your speed bench.
I will be on speed bench.
I
Hey,
don't need to do it
I'm
again.
engaging my lats, and it's just the momentum of the movement, the motion of the ocean.
I'm just that's just one example of what I would pick out.
Then to pick it out and say something about it, so I correct it.
All right, I'll stay next time and rap
Okay.
on you. That's fine.
No, I'm probably not. I'm probably gonna do it. I bench fast, man. It's all about explosive. It may not be pretty.
But in a competition, you have to have your ass down on
In
the
a competition, I'm not speed benching.
Okay.
I'm doing one controlled lift.
Right.
That's a different
Nope,
thing.
you're totally right. I'm all in the wrong. I don't know what I was thinking.
I know. You sound like a Mrs. Mendelson bitching about my ass at the Ukraine that it was 4 inches off the bench. And how could he tell when he's 20 feet in the dark back here with his shirt off? Yeah, I got that video when I'm doing the lift and he's 90 feet back there with Paul Key. So, yeah, you didn't see nothing. Yeah. Well, I'm rambling a bit. Okay, we got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Benchmonster TV and hanging in there the last 15 minutes of hell that we're going through here. We will be back another day to wear and tear on the world, and we will have lifting videos to showcase, and hopefully Ashley does some lifts in the gym too to make it fun.
Yep, I'll try to get some videos. Like I said, I backed off a little bit this week, so.
Well, back it up. Do something.
Okay.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. It's Benchmonster signing off.
Ashley Condre signing off. Have a great night, guys.